Ladies and gents, welcome to The Last Rites on this glorious, overly warm Sunday. Please subscribe. That would be ever so kind. Thank you. While the UK is in a wonderfully strange place at the moment, place. Riots in the street, fires, free speech arguments. Let's have a little chat about it. That's all. Just gonna have a little wonderful talk about it, okay? So we've had some riots recently, as we know. I guess protests is the word, right? We've had protests. It's just granddads going to protest. But then there's always going to be some of those people, and probably not the majority, but some of those people decide to do things like throw bricks at the police, set fire to things, threaten in what seems to be often we don't like your sort round here kind of thing. Now, obviously, people have concerns. People have legitimate concerns probably about immigration. It's a valid thing to have a concern about, especially illegal immigration and even legal migration. So, what is the solution? How are we gonna get this right, guys? And I think everyone wants to work on it in theory. But so I get real grievances, which is all good. Go protest. Wave the placard and say, "Hey, can we do something about this, please?" But obviously, there's been a massive clampdown because of bricks being thrown at the police and through windows and hotels getting set on fire and all that wonderfully good stuff. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the tech today, so yeah, there'll just be some seamless edits. Wonderful scenes of we just want to save our kids by stealing trays of Greg's sausage rolls. If you're gonna loot shops, if you're gonna loot Lush, if on the same day you're gonna walk out of a phone shop, walk out of Lush, and walk around with fake Crocs, are they called Crunks or something? Not even the £35 ones; these are the £8 ones that are being stolen. Looting is going to be a crime, I think, but they've obviously fast-tracked stuff and up the sentences. So within 2-3 days, people are in prison, which is a little while. But you know, if you're rioting and all that stuff and looting, it's not okay. Probably should clamp down on that. What I don't like is some of the other stuff we're going to talk about today. Obviously, there's a big free speech argument because then police are saying, okay, we're going to come after people online, spreading misinformation and inciting hatred and violence and all that stuff. Well, inciting hatred and violence has always been against the law. So, and you know, when online webs began, you're not allowed to go online and say we want to that guy and we want to do that. Not allowed to do it. Lots of people do it every day about lots of things, but related to this topic, they're really clamping down on it, obviously. So then that leads to a conversation. Can't we say what we want? Well, if you're saying go and burn that hotel down full of those bastards, no, probably shouldn't be. I don't like any sort of clamp on it, but that is telling people to go and commit violence or hatred and all the rest of it. So that is probably bad. What I don't like is the idea that someone could, if they retweet, you know, someone's just stopped watching Loose Women and then she's got in the bathroom having a shit and she's going, oh, this is the person that attacked those children, retweet. I don't really think that people retweeting it should necessarily be going to prison within 3 days. I think that's a bit weird. If you're maliciously starting that information, and a lot of it, if we're honest, is probably coming from Russia, from other democracies in the Middle East, and other bots and people with agendas and all the rest of it as well. So a lot of that gets seeded, and some of it's probably created here as well. But pressing retweet, I kind of don't agree with that. I mean, so it's free speech to say, oh, I'm going to incite this violence and all the rest of it, but you've got to expect consequences. And I, you know, we have to understand that as we evolve as humans. But how far is this going to go? That's my concern. When you're putting people in prison after a few days for pressing retweet, just absent-mindedly retweet. And sometimes people retweet stuff to say, without even making comment, just to say, look at this ridiculous fucking thing. Whether that is the intent or not, I don't know. If we're just putting people in prison for retweeting something, I think that's a little bit weird and a little bit much. I mean, how far is it going to go? Can't we... do we have to stop talking about Harambe, the gorilla, being killed because he had information that could lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton? Can't we say stuff on the internet like that anymore? Where's the fun in the internet? Can't we deny historical events? Not that one. That's a bad one. Can we just absent-mindedly deny the moon landing? I think we should be able to do that and go, look, retweet. Retweet. Even the flat earthers. It's mad. It's mental. I've flown. You can see the curvature of the earth. Let the flat earthers retweet stuff. That's fine. And if some nutcase or some bot or some weird agitator had gone, oh, I know who committed these seedy crimes. It's the people that these people might not like. And then puts that out there, go after those people. But for an absent-minded dummy, just press retweet. I think that's the bit that concerns me a little bit. But I do stick to the fact that Harambe may have been killed by the Clintons. I mean, maybe. I think we should still be allowed to say that. And we should still be able to deny the moon landing. I don't deny it. I think we did go to the moon, and we're going back. Don't think it's made out of cheese, though. Don't think there are Nazis on the dark side of it. You see, you should be able to cherry pick what you like to read about. And sometimes it's just fun to read about something that you know isn't true. But you're like, oh, go on then. I know there's no Bigfoot. I know there's no aliens flying around in UFOs or ghosts. But sometimes it's like, oh, that's an interesting little ghost story there. Interesting. People are going to start going to prison for retweeting ghost stories. My sister was decapitated when she was 5, and now she's back, and she can't find her head, and she's mad. She is mad. So I guess the big thing with the free speech as well, so you must owning Twitter and all the rest of it, probably sharing some stuff that may or may not be true. But community notes should be getting that, right? And then the police in this country saying we're going to come after people even if they're in America, and we're going to extradite people. Yeah, not really. That's not really going to be happening. I guess if it's inciting some sort of attack that could be even deemed terrorism or something like that, then you could go after them. But for saying mean things, the Americans started logging into the British police live chat and just go and look for the tweets. Hilarious stuff. Just sort of clogging up the police live chat online with hilarious things. And then I think they finally blocked all the IPs from the US now, which is pretty amusing. But obviously, there's some Americans that are just worried about us and they want to come and rescue us. And that does feel nice. Come and rescue me, big strong American, please, with your guns. There's other ones telling us to make guns. Hey, go on YouTube and look up. If that's not MI5 or the FBI going, hey, tell them to go and make this homemade gun on YouTube. You can make this shotgun. Probably shouldn't be doing that. We probably shouldn't get guns because then we just shooting the authorities, and that's not going to be good either. And probably so there's those Americans here. We can come and rest. Tech problems, lovely. You can have that a lot with the camera. I was sweating then. I think it's when I get myself rolled up in the hot weather, and there are flies flying around here. So yeah, so there's those Americans that say we're going to come and rescue you. There's also the Americans that, you know, is it 1776? I don't know. It's not important to me. Oh, fuck you and your Tea Party. They tried that before, man. Hey, it isn't us. We didn't try that. It was kind of you. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's like the Neanderthals fighting the Neanderthals, isn't it? Who cares and who knows? But what is also making me laugh is that there's a Sanford Police Force Twitter account. I'm not sure the exact handle, but it's from the movie Hot Fuzz. It's like Sanford Police, and they're saying, we're going to come and get you, even if you deserve it. Some of you don't, but we'll get you anyway. We're the police. And there are some people, not Americans under that are believing that. They're believing that and just going, fuck you. There's a lot of people mad everywhere. Of course, go protest or whatever. But yeah, Nick and Greg's beating up the police, setting fire to hotels. That's just stupid. Isn't it? Isn't it a bit... Oh, I didn't like the old teeth-sucking thing there. It's just not quite right. I didn't believe the thing the other night, though. You know, when they said there's going to be 100 riots, the far right are coming to do these 100 riots. Didn't believe it. Didn't believe it anyway. Nothing happened anyway. I think the few people that turned up on that roundabout did it because of that. I think that was for the media. That was for, like, it's happened. There's going to be a night of darkness. The orcs are coming. Sauron has sent the Uruk-hai marching. And so, obviously, the anti-racism, pro-immigration lefty people go out and protest. Lots of them, great. But I think that's to get someone in the police intelligence or MI5 has sat around and thought of that, right? Or the cabinet office thought around, let's get everyone on the streets on this night, pretend it's going to be a big far-right protest. Because then you can say, look, they've been defeated. Everyone's out tonight. They didn't come. And I thought maybe this weekend as well, but I think these prison sentences are stopping the people that were rioting going out. I was in Liverpool If you go into prison for 3 years within 2 days of the riot, it's probably going to encourage most sensible people to not go smashing things up, right? And it's got nothing to do with protesting or grievances or legitimate things. If you're smashing, if you're going to riot, you're going to be going over the wall probably. Doing it quickly. I was in Liverpool last Saturday, just on the piss with some comedians, and me and a buddy went out to get some beers, take it back to the hotel, and the riot police just got out the van, and it was all over the news and everything where they were. I don't know the name of the road in Liverpool, but they sort of did a V shape around a Tesco Express, so we couldn't go in there because they were stood there with their shields. And that's all right. Let's go to another off license. So I saw it peripheral. You know what I'm trying to say. Saw it peripherally. But we just got drunk elsewhere in town and had a bloody nice time in Liverpool. Lovely evening. Didn't see any of that nonsense. But yeah, I want everyone to be safe. Just be safe. That's all. You know, I want everyone to be safe, not smash things up, not get arrested, not go to prison. And then, I should probably say the two-tier thing. They're arresting people that were kicking off in Leeds. They're arresting other people that aren't the far right, if you know what I mean. They've already jailed some of those this week as well. So who knows? Let's just see. Let's just hope it's kind of calmed down a bit. Joseph Stalin is quite a nice one, though, isn't it? But yeah, I'm not really getting political, but I don't think it's as bad as people are thinking. I'm thinking, yeah, it's always been the case. If you're going to go online and say, "Let's go and burn these," you know, that was always going to get you nicked. I don't agree that Count Dankula should have been nicked for training his dog to do a Nazi salute. I think that's hilarious. So I think sometimes it's applied badly, this kind of thing. But yeah, directly saying, let's go here and do this. Shouldn't be doing that probably. Pressing retweet. Yeah, don't really agree with that one. And ultimately, I think the main important thing is Harambe had information that will lead to the arrest of... My lawyers just told me to stop talking there. Please subscribe to The Last Rights. We'll be live with Jamie Dykes on the 27th of September, maybe on the 28th as well. We'll do some pre-records as well and put up a bunch of that stuff. I'll be in Brazil at some point soon. And yeah, I've been looking forward to going to America in September, but I don't think it's going to happen. I haven't got any official dates yet, but I don't think the thing that I want to go out there for, I'm going to be able to. But you never know. You never know. I'm always working on a way to get things done. Lots of comedy coming up this year and into next year. Lots of festivals. So, yeah, I won't be going to Edinburgh this year, but coming into the winter, coming into next year, lots of stand-ups, so do look out for stuff. I'll always put it on this channel as well. So thank you very much. Please drop a sub. Let us know what you think as well. I mean, I know it's a very emotional topic on every side. I think it's multifaceted, right? But in all honesty, I want everyone... Multiple tech problems again. Yeah, in all honesty, I just want everyone to be safe, be well. Yeah, I'm just eyeing up my dodgy tech that's still been going. I'll see you later. Let's get out of here. It's bloody hot. Have a great Sunday. And, yeah, have a good time. And one day we will invent time travel AI that can download the brain of Harambe. Good night.